I grew up south of Three Forks on the Madison. We raised grain and hay and had some milk cows, and a few pigs and chickens, and typical farm, you know. Did what every farm kid did, you know. You milked the cows, you fed the pigs, in the summer you irrigated or you summer followed, and then in the fall, harvest. And then in the winter, you fed the hay you put up and that kind of thing. Got into high school, I got into FFA, and that really piqued my interest. I had a real good ag teacher, and at that time, when you were a freshman in high school, everybody took ag. So everybody had a background to some extent. My father-in-law had a construction business in Bozeman, so I went to work for him. And I've been tied up with that ever since. Me and another guy bought the trucks from him, and that just kept going from there. That old wore-out truck was the foundation of what has turned out to be a pretty good deal. We have some real good customers, and I've had some real good customers over the years. Our main customer right now we've had for over 50 years. Stayed involved, you know, where I wasn't working directly with agriculture, I was still tried to be involved a little bit here and there. Part of that was that, you know, I got involved in the winter fair through the truck I had. You know, we had to haul all the snow off and all of that, so that's how I got involved in that. The winter fair took place at a slow time in my business, and it was something to do. I got to meet a lot of friends, had a lot of friends there, got to meet a lot of people. And you know, you'd go in there and you'd work your tail off and be so tired you couldn't open your eyes, but you enjoyed it. I think the biggest thing in all agriculture is educating John Q. public of where their groceries come from and what it takes to do that. You know, making them understand it isn't an 8-to-5 job. You don't stay in the house when it's 40 below and you got cows to feed. You know, that to me is probably the biggest challenge. I think growing up in agriculture and knowing what it takes, understanding what it takes, you know, if you were raised in agriculture, it's always there. I remember when I was real little, there wasn't a highway between Four Corners and Norris. It was a dirt road. Those things can't be replaced, those memories. And the way things have changed, it's hard to imagine them being that way then. I think the biggest thing is educate those neighbors. You know, have them come up and work with you for a week, if that's possible. You know, because just telling somebody how it is, you know, example's the best teacher of anything. But you know, just to continue what we've done, you know, and if there's something that comes up that we can help with, we'll sure do that. Well, you know, that's a big question. There's a lot of opportunity there, but it takes a lot of ingenuity to do it. You really want to do it. And the one thing that I think, of course, not being involved in that aspect for a long time, having somebody to support you, somebody will give you a leg up, so to speak. Well, I think the key to success is liking what you do and having a goal to achieve that goal. And a big part of that, to me, isn't the money part. It's the pride in doing a good job.